Hey guys, Jonathan here. I was just fixing to candle some eggs that are getting ready to hatch. Just thought I'd make a little video. These are all the eggs that I've produced so far this year on the corn snakes. I'm going to go ahead and pop some of these lids off and stick a light on them and see what we got going on here. This clutch here was produced by a butter corn to a snow corn. These are actually supposed to hatch on the 11th. Go ahead and shut my light off, please. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright, some of these eggs you'll be able to see the actual snake moving in the egg. I already know that all these eggs are good. I just thought I'd take a peek and see if we could see anything moving. This was actually one of the better clutches this year. Some bigger eggs anyway. Let's see. It almost looked like he was moving in there. Now that egg didn't really seem to have anything going on in there. Just quite strange. Okay, you can definitely see the snake moving in that egg. I'm not sure if you can see it. Now that egg here doesn't look like there's any vascularity to it at all. Let me zoom out here. Okay, that egg is glowing yellow. It appears to be a good egg. Go ahead and flip the light back on. But chances are nothing's going to hatch out of that egg. Yeah, this clutch here is supposed to hatch on the 11th. That'll be day 60. Had a clutch of 15 eggs here that were all slugs except for 3. Now that was an albino okatee to a striped corn. We have a clutch here, some normals to normals, which will also be hatching on the 14th of July. Turn the light off, please. Let's see. This one here's got a window in it. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, you can see that window. And you can almost see him moving in there. A lot of good eggs. I was hoping to catch some snakes moving, but look, there we go. You definitely see the snake moving around in that egg. It's always cool when you can watch them move around inside the egg. There's another one. It's funny because as soon as you hit them with the light, they tend to move just a little bit. Then they calm right down. It's kind of hard to do to look through the camera and look at the eggs all at the same time. Alright, go ahead and flip the light back on. Well, I tell you what, when I shut the air and the fan off, it gets hot in here real quick. Alright, we have, this clutch is an albino okatee to an okatee. This was 14 eggs, which were all slugs except for 3. So, those eggs are looking pretty good. Some clutches didn't work so well. You know, some clutches went pretty good. This clutch here, we actually had 35 eggs. I think a couple ended up being slugs. Yeah, as you see, I still have one bad egg there and a possible bad egg there. That's a lot of eggs. And that was, let's see, what was this breeding? This was an albino to an okatee. We have albino to a creamsicle or an albino Okatee to a creamsicle. That's a decent clutch. Go ahead and flip the light on. We'll candle some of these. Or I'm sorry, flip the light off. I've got to get a cameraman. You can almost see that one moving. Alright, go ahead and put the light on. Now all these eggs I actually just leave on the shelf here in my snake room. We usually keep temperatures averaging from 80 to about 84 during the day, depending. So we usually just let these hatch out on the shelf. This was an albino Okatee to an albino Okatee. This clutch I actually have on Hatch Right. Had a little bit of that left from last year. Now this same pairing last year produced this snake here. And I also have siblings to this girl. This is one of my holdbacks from last year. That snake is actually a year old this month. It's as long as a 20 gallon. And the sibling to that one is in here, but it is hiding right now. And it is solid white. So I'm anxious to see what comes out of this clutch again this year. I was really surprised when we got 2 white snakes out of this clutch last year. This was a snow to a snow. Also on Hatch Right. Some decent eggs. Last year half of those were regular snows, half were like coral snows. And then we have some emery clutches here. This was an emery's to an emery's, which is a Great Plains rat snake. Some pretty big eggs. We got 17 there. Those babies hatch out about 12 inches long usually, so they're already pretty big when they hatch. And then this is also an emery clutch, an emery's bred to an albino, and also an emery. So it's going to be in the air on what this clutch is. This clutch may be het albinos, it may not be. We're not really going to be sure until we hold some back and breed them. I didn't think my emery's male was going to breed this year, my albino. But he did breed her after the normal male did, so it could be a 50-50 chance on these eggs. So yeah, I thought I would just show you guys some of the clutches we had going on here. As you see, my table is full. I still have a couple girls that are going to double clutch. We have some females set up over there yet. This corner here is all my holdback corns from last year. We have 2 butters on the bottom. We have a candy cane and a creamsicle over here. That is a plain white from an albino Okatee clutch. That is reverse Okatee, and then I have 2 albino females on the top. And that's going to pretty much about sum it up. We've had some albino ball pythons hatch. One ended up drowning in the egg. It hatched, it pipped, and then it went back in the egg, and by the time I got to it, it had already drowned in the yolk. So unfortunately we did lose an albino. We ended up with, 5 eggs, 3 hets and 2 albinos. So now we have 3 hets and 1 albino. We did have some Mojaves and some normals hatch also. I'll try to get a video up on those guys. So yeah, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And again, thanks for watching.